Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome RAW review for the viewers at home today. And I must say, it's good to be back, man. Haven't done a RAW review now for like 2 months. Been all over the place. Been to the Olympia, the US, been around Australia, been traveling way too much to get myself back in front of the camera. But we're back, baby. We're back with an all new RAW review. This RAW review, coming back in style. RAW reviewing one of the newest protein powders on the market in Australia. It is True Mass 1200 from our good friends at BSN. It's a serious mass weight gainer. Let's get straight into it, show exactly what's in it. I'm gonna flip the nutritional information powder. This is difficult, this is hard work for me, man. This bag is heavy. And it's a big bag too. Get some zoom and focus action so you can see. It's a serious weight gainer. You got yourself up the top there, 16 grams of fat, of which 5 is saturated, no trans fats of course. Then you got yourself your carbohydrates, 222 grams of carbs, of which 16 grams is fiber, 16 grams of sugar, and then 50 grams of protein. It's a serious weight gainer in terms of the actual ingredients. If I can get some zoom and focus action right there in the middle of the screen. I'm gonna go through it real quick. It's got 2 types of carbohydrates. So it's got maltodextrin and then ground oats, or what they call whole oat flour. It's got 8 types of protein, right from your fast digesting whey proteins down to your slow digesting casein proteins. Got some bits and pieces in there for flavoring and texturizing. And then the fat source is multi-chain triglycerides, aka MCTs. It's a real decent looking formula from the label. From the ground up, I saw the label and I was like, man, this is a good looking formula for those people that want a serious weight gainer. So for example, if you're taking something at the moment like Optimum Nutrition Serious Mass or Diamortized Super Mass Gainer, or if we could talk about Australian products, Max's Super Mass or whatever they call their mass, I think it's called Super Mass, whatever it's called, man, one of those real high calorie, high carbohydrate and generally moderate fat type gainers, man, this is gonna fit into your macronutrient intake or your supplementation regime quite nicely in terms of how it tastes, how it mixes. It comes in 3 flavors. It comes in chocolate, comes in vanilla, comes in the strawberry. All of them are damn delicious. I was gonna say goddamn, but I don't want to offend. Stuff it, I say it anyway. All the flavors are goddamn delicious. They're awesome. In terms of how it mixes, we've got a live demonstration for the viewers at home. Check this out. Bust open that bag. This is the one thing about this particular product, and most of these mass gainers, if you've taken one of these mass gainers before, you know what I'm about to say. Check out the size of this scoop, man. Look at that. Look at the size of that thing compared to my hand. It's enormous. So what I'm gonna do, the serving size is 2 of these bad boys in what they say 16 ounces of water. So for the Australian viewers at home, it's about 500 milliliters of water. So what I'm gonna do, I got 2 shakers. I got an empty one over here, Team MassiveJoes shaker. I got one full of water over here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my empty Team MassiveJoes shaker. I'm gonna throw 1 scoop, so I'm gonna do half a serve. Because if I throw 2 scoops in this bitch, I'm not gonna be able to put no water, ain't gonna be able to mix it up. 1 scoop. Check this out. And what I'm gonna do, because this is the other thing. Okay, hold on a sec. BSN. I'm gonna give you, and I'm gonna give Optimum, because they use the same scoops. It's actually owned by the same company if you're not aware. Optimum and BSN, I'm gonna give you a tip. This scoop, if I take a full scoop of this and try and put it in there, you see that? You see that there? That means I'm gonna get powder all over my table, all over the floor. So you can't actually take this scoop, take a full scoop and pour it in a shaker, it's just not gonna work. So next time you redesign your scoops, take them half that size and say put 4 scoops instead of 2 of these Tyrannosaurus Rex looking bitch scoops over here, man. Anyway, back to it. So I'm gonna have to actually do 2 half scoops of this big thing to be able to actually get it in my shaker. So that's 1 half scoop, and then I'm going to go another half scoop. So another half scoop. I'm going to throw that in there. So that's going to take up, you can't really, oh no, you can see it. That's going to take up, what, about 1/3 of the shaker there, and then I'm just going to fill the rest of that up with water. So I'm going to use probably here about 400 milliliters of water. For the US viewers at home, it's about 12 ounces. I just got back from the US, man. My conversions are hot at the moment. Chuck the lid on there. Blender bowl is required. Shake that thing up, just like that. Shakes well, so you don't have any clumps or anything like that. And then I got my see-through bottom glass over here for the viewers at home. Man, I even did half scoops, and I've made one hell of a mess on the table over here, man. It's crazy. Anyway, gonna come over here and pour you some of that. So check that out. Nice and smooth and delicious. So have a look at that. So you can see it's mixed pretty well. It is, you can definitely see they ain't lying about using the grounded oats, because you can actually see, I don't know if you guys can see it at home, maybe the reflection's putting you off a little bit, but you can actually see the ground oats there and a little bit of floating on the top. But in terms of how it mixes pretty damn well. You can taste as well the texture of the ground oats when you sip it. So there are like little, it's not like crunchy bits, it's not like chunky bits, it's just a texture of grounded oats or grounded oat flour, whatever they like to call it. But man, they've got the flavor of this particular product down pat. The really good thing about it as well, for those of you who have used a serious gainer before, I got all over my lips, man. For those of you who have used a serious gainer before, you know that sometimes some of them are particularly thick and really like thick, and the consistency is really thick and it hurts to drink it, man. This stuff is nice and thin in terms of consistency and easy as hell to drink, man. So you can drink it all day long. The one issue, and I'm gonna mention it again for ON and BSN with this particular product, is how the hell are you supposed to get, I just did one scoop in 2 half scoop lots, maybe more mess again. How the hell am I supposed to get 2 scoops of that into a shaker like this, man? It's not gonna happen. It's gonna fill the shaker pretty much to here and you ain't got no room for water. So I'm gonna say, in fact, you know what? This is time for a flashback video, because I'm pretty sure the Vanilla Gorilla, who's a massive fan of True Mass, the original True Mass, did a Vanilla Gorilla Unchained episode where he showed you how to actually add water, took the tub of True Mass, add water to the tub, shook it up and drank it straight out of the tub. Dill, our media manager, this is where I want you to insert that video, man. Show the viewers at home right now.
Grab the tub of True Mass, grab the water, open the lid up, open the water up, and pour that water in. Close the lid up. Shake the tub up. As you can see, no blender bowl is required. Open the lid up, drink it down. Stay massive.
So there you go. Optimum and BSN. That's probably, I would change the directions on the back of this bag to fill this bag up with water and drink it out of the bag. But in all seriousness, if you're gonna take the full serving size, the 2 scoops, you're gonna have to get yourself a blender, man, and a good blender at that. And you're probably gonna end up drinking 2 shakers full of liquid to get the right consistency, unless you wanna eat it with a spoon. It's gonna be thick as hell if you try and do it in like 1 shaker worth of water. But that's how it mixes. So it mixes pretty damn good once you've figured out how to blend it and get it working all nice. In terms of the effects, check this out. 1,200 calories per serve. If you have trouble gaining weight, or you're someone that you go, man, my metabolism is so fast, I eat 24/7, well not 24, I eat like 7 to 10 meals a day, as many calories. I eat till I feel sick and I just can't put on any weight. This type of product is a product for you, man. It's just gonna be a massive dose of calories with every single serve. Even if you were to do, and this is what we generally recommend with these type of products, instead of doing 1 full serve per day, do 2 half serves per day. So 2 of those 1 massive ginormous scoops twice per day is a good way to split it up. But it's a massive dose of calories no matter how you cut it. And it's an easy and inexpensive way to get those calories, man. One of these bags, this is a 5 kilo bag almost. You're looking at $100 for 5 kilos of this bad boy, man. It's inexpensive and it's easy. And what's even more impressive, it tastes delicious. Now, before I go, and I'm trying to keep these raw reviews as short as possible, but I know the viewers at home need comprehensive, in-depth raw reviews to help them make the right buying decisions, man. That's what I'm here, that's why I'm doing it. If you're gonna compare this to Serious Mass, and I can do it because Optimum and BSN are owned by the same company. So I'm not gonna get no letters about defamation or anything like that when I mention other products, which I'm not about to mention. If you compare this to Serious Mass, the difference between the two, and this would make an awesome addition to Sup Wars, you know what I'm saying? The difference between the two, True Mass, lower in carbohydrates, higher in fats. Not by much, but by a little bit. In terms of the actual calories, True Mass is 1,230, Serious Mass is 1,250. So they're very, very similar. True Mass just makes up that a little bit different with its macronutrients because it's higher in fat, lower in carbohydrates. The main difference is True Mass, in my personal opinion, is a superior product to Serious Mass. The reason being, the carbohydrate source in Serious Mass is just maltodextrin. The carbohydrate source in True Mass is a blend of maltodextrin and those whole oats. So you get a much higher fiber content from the oats, and it's a much better source. Man, I fucking hate maltodextrin. I am not a good, I hate maltodextrin. I'm not a big fan of maltodextrin. That's just my personal opinion. Not a big fan of maltodextrin. I would take oats over maltodextrin any damn day of the week, man. That's why I reckon this is a superior product. And then the other reason why I think it's a superior product as well is because it's got the 8 sources of protein compared to the Serious Mass, which has 4 sources of protein. So you get the fast digesting proteins right down to the really slow digesting proteins. Puts your body on a protein drip, man. Got all kinds of proteins flowing through that bloodstream all day long. I've said enough. Guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW review on the all-new BSN True Mass 1200. It's right there. You know where you can get it. You can get it at MassiveJoes.com. We might even throw a buy it now button on the screen for the viewers at home, so you can click that bitch and go and drop $100 on almost 5 kilos of protein powder. Make yourself stupid gains right off the bat. Guys, hit the subscribe button. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes RAW review. And guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW review. And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay massive.
What's up, everyone? I'm Amanda Latona with BSN, and the best place to get all of your BSN supplements is MassiveJoes.com. Stay massive.